All right, guys, we're going to work on our vocabulary for this week. So I'm going to introduce it to you. Our first word is eventually. So I think that you guys are probably pretty familiar with this word. To state that something will happen eventually means that it will happen at some time, usually after a series of other events. So the horse will eventually reach the finish line. Eventually. The next word is surge, like a storm surge, which is kind of what the picture is showing you there. A surge is a sudden, powerful movement forward or upward. A surge of water from the hurricane flooded coastal areas. So a sudden, powerful movement forward or upward. So a storm surge, like with water, it's like a rush of water. A lot of times it causes really bad flooding that can be really dangerous, can destroy things. The water is really unsafe for people to get around in if they can. It can cause drowning. It can be a very dangerous thing. Okay, the next word is foundations. So if you look at this picture, you've got houses, and this concrete slab is the foundation. It's what we build a house on. So foundations are the base pieces of houses. Foundations are the base pieces houses and buildings are built upon. Workers laid the foundations before the house could be built. So the foundation is like, it's a very important piece of the structure of the house. Our next word is anchored. Anchored. So this is the anchor over here of the boat. So something that is anchored is firmly attached to something else or weighed down so it won't move easily. So a lot of times they anchor a boat to you drop your anchor and it catches on the bottom of the lake or the ocean so that your boat won't move. Sometimes like you might have something else anchored down, like if you have like a basketball goal at your house, it might be something that's like drilled into the ground, or it might just have a way of anchoring it to the ground so that it doesn't move easily. The anchored boat could not drift out to sea. So if the boat is anchored, it's not going to drift away. Mobile, something that is mobile is able to be moved or moved easily. So a lot of times, like storm chasers, which is kind of what we're going to talk about a little bit this week, they have equipment that's mobile. They can move it from place to place so that they can track and get data from storms and weather. Here's a sentence that says, mobile news vans cover the latest stories as they happen. So they're able to like go out on the scene and get footage of whatever they need. They can be moved easily. Just like like a cell phone. They used to be called like mobile phones because they're not like anchored in a wall. They can move. We can take them anywhere, if that makes sense. Okay, and the last word for this week is regions. So we've talked about regions of the United States. We've actually talked about these regions of the United States. So regions are just simply areas. Many regions in the western United States had damage due to wildfires. So like out in California, there's a lot of damage that has been done from wildfires. Here's a question to think about. What types of extreme weather would likely affect other regions of the country? What type of extreme weather might affect the southeastern region or even like the northeastern region of our country? Think about that. Those are our vocabulary words for this week. I will be back tomorrow to go over them with you even more. I hope you guys enjoy our story. If you have any questions, be sure just to ask yourself.